So now what I need to do is remove this part from here. That's the interesting part. So what I can do is something called, where is it? There is an option. Okay, so first I need to create a sketch here and then use this option, use project convert. What am I going to project? I'm going to project this whole face. And as you see, it just did that for me. But let's click OK and let's edit this sketch. So I need to give at least 0.5 millimeters of clearance, because if I do this that way, this white insert won't go through. I need to give it some space because 3D printing is not perfect, so there's gonna be some tolerances that you have to play with, which is 0.2, 0.3 millimeters difference. And so what I can do is, right, there is an option which is offset. So I'm going to offset this, all the lines, and I'm going to click this arrow and it's going to go the other way around, and I'm going to tell it, okay, I want to go just 0.5, but probably so that's gonna be 1 millimeter. And from what I can see here, well, this is perfect because it's made by using mold injection, but I would say that having 0.5 on one side, 0.5 on the other side, it's gonna be 1 millimeter. And if I say 0.5, you know what, I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna go just one touch lower, 0.4. And if I hit OK, then what I can do is I want to extrude the sketch, and I want to remove that. Okay, so how much am I going to remove? I'm going to remove 2 millimeters. And if I hit OK, I'm not gonna remove exactly 2 millimeters. I'm going to remove 0.9 millimeters or 0.8. 1.8. That 0.2 millimeters is going to push 0.2 millimeters this out. It's gonna stick a little bit. You are not going to notice it, but I rather having that because I'm pretty sure this is going to clash with the shower, with the base, like with the main structure of the shower. I think I'm done, but there are a few things that I am considering at the moment. So the first one is if I'm going to print this, let's export this, and you will see what I'm talking about. I'm just going to rename these options. So sketch, this sketch is okay. So sketch, I'm gonna rename everything and I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so they are now all renamed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both and export them, and I will say shower holder export. I'm going to close this card. That's another project where I'm working at the moment. Sorry. So I'm not gonna update it yet. So if you select, so this has been exported as only one object. So if you click it and click object, I mean separate by objects. So you have now 2 objects, and I want to use this option, which is place on face, and I'm going to place on face on this face, and I want to place this on this face, and then just arrange them to make them look neat. Now, I've got an issue, a big issue here. If I go to the preview, and if I go this way, so this is going to print in the air. And if this is going to print in the air, I need to put some supports. So let's draw some supports here. To draw supports on Prusa, so what you do is click the object and then come over here, paint on supports, and then I'm going to paint some supports around this area, just like that. And then you come over here, print settings, support material, and click this and change grid to organic. And so what this is going to do is it's going to create that base support, and then it'll create the lines. Honestly, I need to try it because I trust my printers, but sometimes you can't trust those lines. However, I'm going to change one little thing, which is the position. So I'm going to shift this 45 degrees around, and I'm going to do it for both. So you select both, come over here, change, click rotate and change it. And then I want to see this is gonna be the same. So the lines are going to be straight. And I wanted the printer to print the lines from like corner to corner. It's a shorter distance, maybe. Yes, it's a completely shorter distance because, well, let's try once again. So I'm going to do this and see what happens. No, it's gonna be the same. It's going to be the same. So I need to try. I will take the risk. So I will print this way, but I need to reinforce this area because that's where the screw is going to go in. It's super easy to do here. So you select the object you want to reinforce and right click on it and hit add modifier. In this case, I'm going to use a cylinder. my cylinder will have or will be at least 9 millimeters. Why 9 millimeters? Because the head of the screw is 7.5 millimeters. But if I go 9 millimeters, this is going to give me 1.5 millimeters more in total. So 0.75, 0.75 on each side of the head of the screw. So it's going to give me support to just tight a little bit more the screw so that is not loose. And so if it's 9 millimeters, to edit the properties of this circle, you come over this area and you say size. You have to unlock this, and then you hit on X is going to be 9, on Y is going to be 9, and Z, it doesn't matter. Why? Because the stronger, the better. And so if I come over here and move it that way and probably down a little bit, that's right in the center. And so it's reinforcing this area. Now, I want to, the generic cylinder, now I need to do something with that. So I'm going to tell that cylinder to become an infill area. So you click here and then you change, you go to infill. So this is going now to convert this cylinder into an infill area, and I need to tell it you are going to go high, 50%. And so if I come over here, you see those purple lines, that's 50% of infill. I'm going to bring this back to 5%. And now you will see that nothing changed. Why? I don't know. I'm just gonna go with 1% and it doesn't change anything. That's strange. I will not trust these numbers because after the update 2.8.2 on Prusa, there has been a lot of glitches. So I'm not going to trust this thing saying, oh, don't worry, 12%, it's like 100%. So I'm going to go with 50%. I'm just gonna go straight to the point where I want to be. And I'm going to change my whole infill to 25. So the whole infill is this. I want this to be more like really strong, and that's it. So I need to print this. Before I go to print this, I need to add this thing, 3 loops of skirt. So this is going to prime the head, the hot end is going to prime it, so there is no oozing causing troubles while printing. So we have supports, then it comes up, infill, both infills, goes up, okay, and it finishes. I'm looking at the bottom one, at this one, so now I'm going to look at this one. There's nothing to say about that one, and that. Perfect. So I'm gonna save this on the SD card. I'm going to take the photos of the printing process to make you the time lapse, and I will see you in a few seconds. I pulled this off the bed and I wasn't surprised because I knew the printing on the bottom part was not going to be great as I was expecting. So the big problem with this area was that the lines that go from side to side, they are like bridges. They are hanging lines that print in air, or in the air. So the problem is that it's not flat at all, and this is a little bit bumpy. So if I try to put this inside, it sticks a lot. I really don't like that. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I don't know. This is gonna be ugly, even though it's going to be covered. I don't like to hide the ugly parts. I really like to have 100% or at least 90% parts printed properly, that are clean. So I think this part as such, I think I'm not gonna use this one for my customer. I'm not gonna give him this one. So I decided to print another part, but with another filament, because he asked me to have the white bit and a silver thing as well. So I changed the position of this one. So I reprinted this like that. So having the supports on the bottom, and it's a mess. It's a complete mess. It was really hard to remove the supports because it's only 2 mil of support, so it's gonna be really tight. While removing the supports, I mess up the border, so it looks ugly. But I printed another part, this one, but I print this one like that. This one came out great. It's really clean. There are no issues with the bits of the overhang. So let me show you what I did. And so what I did here was I told the printer, help me with some supports here so that these lines, the blue lines, have some support when they're printed, and they came out great. It's super clean. So I printed that part, and I printed the white part. It sticks as well, but if it sticks out, is the same distance that we make in the that we made in the design, but it's clean at least, you know. There's no hidden ugly printing parts. But I thought, okay, I could probably do something else, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to print both parts in one. So I'm going to join together the two parts I created. So back on Onshape, what I'm going to do is this part, this one, I will make this to come and just join here. So the first thing I need to do is remove what I did here. So how I can remove it, instead of deleting stuff, what I'm going to do is I will suppress that one and suppress this one so that this part is flat as it was originally. But this one, I'm going to take this sketch And then I'm going to remove this option. So I will tell, okay, you sketch, you're not gonna start on that plane. Your starting point is going to be this one. Hit OK, so that for now, it's just both are stick together, but I need to push these 2 millimeters back inside. So to do that, what I'm going to do is on the extrude part, I will say starting offset, and my starting offset is going to be 2 millimeters, 2.5 millimeters, sorry. But it's going to be on the other direction, on the other position. So if I click OK, so before I click OK, hit add, because I need to add that part to this part. Okay, so click OK, and then it is going to show me all these errors. No problem. So now what I have to do is gaps. I don't need gaps anymore, so I can suppress them, and I can sketch ring. That's gonna be okay, but I need to reassign everything. So what I'm going to do is remove that, and I will tell you your face basically. No, you know what? I did it wrong. I did it wrong, because basically what I can do is suppress the plane. I don't need this at all. Okay, sorry. So I'm not gonna use that. I'm not gonna use this one, but the sketch ring, yes, I need it. So you will start from here. And if you click OK, let's see what's happening. Ring did not regenerate properly. Some external references are missing. Okay, remove, click it again. Okay, the reference is this, the tangent option. So you remove this, you click it and remove it. Okay, one sec. Come on. Remove that, and I'm going to move these away. Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna move these. No. Cancel that. That's 14. So I'm going to remove this distance, this 14. So it's telling you, what is it saying? One sec. So I'm gonna remove this base. I need to remove this. I can remove the distance, the size, the dimension. Okay, that's strange, because I can't edit it at all, and I can't remove the circle. So I'm going to do one thing. I'm just gonna do that. Sketch gaps, I don't need that. And if I come to the sketch ring, and if I hit this, no. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new sketch. I'm going to create a new sketch here. We already know that we need the center, and it has to be 14 millimeters diameter. So click OK. And then what I can do is remove this. I am going to delete that. I don't need it, and it's not working. Not sure why, but that should be basics. So on extrude ring, I'm just gonna double click that, remove this one, and I'm going to reselect this one. Oh, not that one, this one. So that's going to do this. Now, add, yes. And where is this going to be add? To this. Now, click OK. And then come over here to the sketch hole ring. I'm gonna remove that, and I'm going to select this face, and that's 10 millimeters. I'm just gonna remeasure this one. So if it's 14, it has to be 2 millimeters on each, yep, 2 millimeters on each side, so 10 millimeters diameter. And then extrude gaps and ring. I'm gonna remove this one, and I'm going to remove this one, and I'm gonna keep that up to face. I'm gonna remove this merge scope because it was wrong. So I will reselect the merge scope, this one, and up to face is this one, and click OK. So basically that's it. So up to face, yes. And what's the distance? So if I need to know what's the distance between this face and this face, you can click both faces, and on the bottom right corner you will see the parallel distance, and that's 2 millimeters. So just to double check. Yep, 2 millimeters. So now here comes the good and funny part. So what I need to do is export this to this part. I'm going to export it as an STL. Just gonna say holder hole. And I'm going to open this one. I'm going to remove everything. I'm going to open this one here. And then what I'm going to do is I will do the next thing. So as I did before, I added a modifier, and it is a cylinder. The cylinder is 9 by 9, but I'm going to make this one 10 by 10 just because I can. And so I will move this. I'm trying to make it dead center. I'll try. I think that's gonna be enough. I'm not gonna overkill myself with that one. And remember to change that part feature. So this is going to be infill 50%. You go up and down, and so it's showing me that yes, it's 100% infill, which is okay, no problem at all. It goes up, and cool. Now what I need to do is I am going to move to lay that on one of the faces, of course, on this part, because is the flattest area on the object, and is going to be really easy to print the hooks. Now I need to add some supports here, because if I don't add supports here, that's gonna print terribly. So I'm going to paint some supports. You select this option, paint on supports, and I'm going to make the brush a little bit smaller, and I'm going to brush here, try not to paint over this area. So to remove, I'm holding the shift key and I'm going slowly because it's going to remove as well part of the support here. So what I can do is, let me see if this works. No. I will keep this like that. Maybe a little bit more on this side just to help that angle to be printed cleanly. And you come over here and check what the supports are going to look like. That is perfect. So it goes up, prints the hole, prints the ring. It's gonna print this bead. I'm not gonna put any supports here. This is going to be, well, let's give it a go. Let's give some support there. Okay, and it goes up, it finishes, and that's it. So I'm going to print this, and I'm not gonna show you any time lapse again. So I'll send this to the printer and I'll be back in 40 minutes.
2,000 years later.
I've got them printed. They came really, really great. And I've got to be honest with you. So I printed these two and I went to the customer's place. I went to install these holders on the shower and they didn't fit because this hole in the inside goes like attached to the shower with a plastic plug, but the plastic plug was like 0.5 0.2 0.3 millimeters thicker. And what I did was I had to come back, make a small change in the design and just make this hole, the internal hole, 0.4 millimeters bigger. That was enough. And the customer was really happy and he was surprised because when he saw the color of this one, this silver silk filament, he said like, that's really similar to the color, to the chrome of the shower. I got these two printed. So this one is just to install it there and this one is as a spare one. So he will paint this one with a chrome paint. Well, I really appreciate you if you've been during the whole journey, all these 3 videos showing you how to design this small piece. I hope you learned something. Don't subscribe. I'm not going with this channel to push you and spam you with likes and subscribes. I really would like you to leave a comment if you like it, and maybe if you can share it with people that may be in the process of learning how to 3D design things to be 3D printed, using in this case Onshape. And yeah, again, if you want to leave me a comment what you think about this video, if you want me to create more content like this, and probably if you have a project that you want me to try to design for you, and I'll get it printed. So yeah, just leave me a comment. Thank you so much for staying and have a good day.